Man knows his stuff.
Did your guys wrestle Hammerstone?
No.
Not yet, huh?
Not yet.
Gotcha.
All right. 702-329-6947. Press 1. 1-855-502-4321 if you're out of the United States. Please reshare our feed. Share it to your wall. Share it to your favorite groups, wherever. Also, please don't forget to go to thoughtscananywhere.com/shop, I guess. Just go to the website. Click on the shop tab. All of our shirts are up there. New ones all the time. As you see Chief in his, what color is that? Topaz? I don't know what color you call it. Light blue?
Liz bought it for me.
Teal?
I don't
Teal?
know. Teal, I think.
Chief and Ain't Easy. By the way, don't forget, we do have 2 shirts up on the website to benefit the Nevada Coalition of Suicide Prevention. Garth's shirts are up there. 50% of net proceeds will be donated to the coalition on behalf of Garth's grandfather, who he lost. I think it was 2013, I believe, was the year.
I think it was 2015.
That's what I said, 2015, but I'm sure Garth will correct me. But anyway, so go ahead and buy those shirts. We appreciate it. Spread the word. We're trying to also give back to our community. And proud to announce, if you get a good look on our table here, we kind of jumped the shark a little bit last week with our guests. A new sponsor is joining us as of today, officially. And I want to thank Brandon Case for helping us. He was our guest last week when we lost total control of the show. Was it last week?
Yes,
Seems like it was a month ago.
No.
Firehouse Subs here in Las Vegas. 2 locations, Sahara and Nellis, and Eastern and Russell. Those 2 locations are now proud sponsors and supporters of Thoughts Count Anywhere. And on top of that, the last Tuesday of June, July, and August, TCA will be on the road from one of those locations. I believe the first one on June 29th will be at the Sahara and Nellis location to kick it off. And I think thus far we have Shade and Project West as our guests for that night. And we'll have some shirt giveaways, maybe even give away a trip to Cancun after we run the gauntlet on the Saturday before that show.
Yeah.
And we have new brackets up, which we'll get to in a few minutes. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that coming up momentarily. We got a lot going on.
Good morning, Thomas Burnett.
Yes, Thomas is in the house. Brandy's there. Ben Hall, who apparently the other night had some issues with not Project West. I think the Beast was in the ring.
Yeah, I guess he got his head thumped. Deserves it.
Oh, man, why are you dissing a referee? I mean,
I put $40 out on his head the last show I was at.
On Ben? No, that wasn't. Wait a minute.
Hell yeah.
That was Ben's head? Was it not?
Yeah, Ben's head. I wanted him to get thumped.
That was what we were.
I have no love for referees.
No love for referees.
No. You get in my way the next time, I'm going to hit you with the kendo stick like I did Duke.
I'll tell you what, last week, man, Chief got involved at Versus last week.
It was unscripted.
It was totally, I'm sitting there, I'm like, does Wes know this is going on?
Nope.
And Versus, and I'm like, no. Chief got up and he took care of the big fella Duke, and he wielded the kendo stick, man. He did.
Yeah.
He protected Mikey O'Shea, the champ, and Estrella. And why am I blanking on who was the third person in that match? Who was their third partner? Why am I blanking?
Australia.
Right.
Mikey.
Oh, it was, wasn't it Noctis? Was he in that match? Right, because he and Shaggy. Yeah. It was, yeah. So anyway, it was fun. And by the way, next week is another Versus card, which we'll talk about. Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Hyde.
We have a lot going on. Super Beast has a show tonight as well. All right, let's get started with I Hear Voices.
There you go.
Okay, please keep your comments in the chat room.
Brandy, be nice. Thomas, be nice today. This gentleman's from Texas. Just chap him a little bit, that's all.
Shall we start it again? Let's go to I Hear Voices.
Here we go.
Thomas, have at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave him a second shot. Go for it, guy. No, all right.
Thomas wrote awful.
Third try. Come on.
All right. Well, we'll try. Yeah, well, let's wait a little bit, and we'll come back to you to try.
On the break.
That's right. Do we have to write up standard operating procedures? Ring the bell.
Damn, just hit the bell 3 times. That's all. Ding, ding, ding.
Hey, people ring bells for me. I don't ring them for them.
All right. Well, you know what?
Well,
I'll give him that one.
Well, in this house,
you
ring the bell.
All right. Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, but Onyx, so people ring bells for him. This is new for him.
Because
So
Chief says so.
that's right. All right, let's get started here. Roman Reigns will defend the Universal Championship against Rey Mysterio at Hell in a Cell. After all that's been going on with the tag team and Dominic getting his ass kicked, does that match in any way, shape, or form excite you?
Any Rey Mysterio match excites me, but the thought of him and like the new Roman, this should be a good match for Roman. They seem like the bigger guys usually have better matches with the smaller guys, and Roman's been on all cylinders for months, so I would expect a good match out of that. And I didn't really watch SmackDown because I was at work, but the only thing I saw was that power bomb, and I was like, oh my God, I think you might have killed Dominic.
Yeah. Is this Ray putting Roman over? Possibly.
I listen to me.
Or is Ray going to get another push?
No, I think they. Okay, let me backtrack. Do you think Roman versus Ray or Roman versus Cena at SummerSlam, which one would do a better job of getting Roman over even more?
Roman versus Ray.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Cena sucks.
That's not the point, though. I mean, just
Our commercial says different.
That's right. Our commercial is right.
I don't care.
To me, I think Cena.
No, Cena definitely.
Yeah, I think Cena doing the job is bigger than Ray would. Because listen, ultimately, we know anything happens. Blah blah. The size of Ray, just with the power that Roman is showing, in theory, Ray just. I just don't see. And a 619.
But
putting Roman down, I don't see it.
Ray's got the moves in the. In the ring more so than Cena does. My gut just says Ray would be a better entertainer in the match than Cena. Now, size-wise, yes, Cena and Roman definitely don't dispute that. But I think Ray, personally, Ray's the better entertainer.
You know what? When was the last time we saw Cena in a ring?
Well, it's been since the Firefly Funhouse match. That's why it worked out that way too, by the way.
What's that been, a year ago or so?
Well, I think it'd be 2 years. But I mean, is that really a match? No, I mean it was a movie. So let's face it.
So Onyx, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Being that you are in the business, do you think Cena would have some ring rust on him, not wrestling in 2 years?
Oh, definitely. I mean, even myself, I took about a year off with this pandemic, and that rust was there. Just
we have
getting out
Kane
there.
in the booth. Can we address him appropriately,
Mr.
please?
Kane, how long did it take you? How long did it take you to get rid of the rust? A couple
of shows, a couple of training sessions, and once you kind of get back into it, it just kind of comes back naturally.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
appreciate that.
I don't know. It's just, you know what? Anything can happen. Because Samoa Joe was recently seen down at the Performance Center. There's talk about him maybe coming back, Aleister Black. Anything can happen, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Next topic.
Here we go.
There we go.
Getting better.
Yes,
All right. Rumor is SummerSlam will be a big night for the Bloodline and can get a new member before the biggest night of the summer. Who would that new member be? Jimmy? Naomi? There's been talk about Naomi as a female joining the faction, Jimmy joining especially if they win the tag belts. Matt?
The only one that makes sense if it's the Bloodline would be Tamina.
With or without the belt?
Family.
With or without the belt?
With the belt. I don't think they're going to hold the belts that long, but...
With the women's division, though, getting all...
Like, who is there to win the tag belts besides... God knows I don't want... freaking Nia Jax to win him again.
Well, no. Well, now Shayna's in a feud with Lily, the doll. So I mean, there's no tag team right now that is viable in it. Dana Brooke and Mandy.
But they're both faces, so the only way to go is
turn the champs somehow, right? Or turn the blondes. But I don't know. Well, Tamina makes sense. Bloodline, Naomi, Jimmy. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't know. Any other thoughts on who it could, who or what? Chief?
No, I have no idea on that one. That's got me puzzled.
All right, fair enough. Next
I can't
topic.
wait for SummerSlam. That's all I know.
I know. Next topic. Eva Marie might have some muscle in her corner, with two names being rumored are Mercedes Martinez or Piper Niven.
Why do we bring this broad up every freaking week?
Because it's on the run sheet.
She's a hood ornament.
It's on the run sheet.
I don't
have to bring
care.
it up.
She's on a hood ornament. That's all she is.
I'll take her on my hood any day. I don't care. What's wrong with that?
That would be a gigantic waste of Mercedes Martinez just to have her as Eva Marie's bodyguard. I would hope they use her in a better way, but it is WWE. So
wasn't
who knows?
Mercedes in a battle with somebody this past week on NXT that jumped her? I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank.
It's that 3/4,
Yes,
37.5 stuff.
It's the 3/4 half-heimer.
Hey, before we go to break, I want to mention, I talked about this at the top, the Cancun Getaway Vacation. We announced this a couple of weeks ago that on the last Saturday of the month, which I believe is the 26th, Thoughts Count Anywhere is going to put up for grabs a trivia gauntlet contest. We'll have a string of 3 questions ranging from easy, moderate to hard. If you answer the first person to answer all 3 questions correct, we'll win a 5-day, 4-night complimentary stay in Cancun for 2 adults or family of 4. 2 adults, 2 kids. Kids 12 and under are absolutely free. This is benefiting the NFL alumni Caring Kids programs. No timeshare, no presentations, no blackout dates. This is just getting you down to the property to enjoy, and the property will make donations back to the NFL, courtesy of iLifestyle. That is the program, the company that is promoting these. Transfer, you have to pay. It's $199 for taxes and titles and any other booking fees. And then, of course, your airfare back and forth. That's it. Transportation from the airport to the property is included. You have 5 properties to choose from. You'll also receive a $30 spa credit for each adult. Trip is 100% transferable. You also will have 18 months to use it. However, you only have 6 months to use it within the time that you win it in order for the donations to be paid back to the NFL Alumni Association. Winners will be contacted by iLifestyle and set up for a 24 to 48-hour welcome call to take care of all your reservations. So June 26th, be prepared. And on our remote show on the 29th, coming to you from Firehouse Subs on Sahara and Nellis, we're going to probably give away another Cancun vacation there as well, all based on trivia. So be prepared. We will have we're not going to tell you what they are. The questions will be announced the day of the show. And answers will only be accepted call-ins. No questions will be allowed to be answered in the chat. New brackets are up on the website, which we'll talk about there in a minute. We are up against our first break.
And Thomas just wrote in and said it's Xia Li against Mercedes. Thank you, Thomas.
You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
If inspiration is the beginning, where does it lead? Experience the 2021 Mazda 3 sedan and see where inspiration can take you.
Grab the brass ring in a 2021 Mazda 3 with exclusive FSW discounts at Findlay Mazda. Get Garth today at the Valley Auto Mall.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
Three rings.
Yeah, I did.
Go. Thank you very much. Woo! Brandy, how quickly can you get here, Brandy? No more. We love you, Brandy.
But
Duke
for
is
real,
in the
though.
house. Ben, well, listen, Ben, we can make them a one-way trip to Cancun if you want. It's okay. You can do all your stuff remotely, right? Online?
Hell no.
All right. Let's get into, do you want to do NXT Takeover or you want to do the report first? What would you like?
Whichever you prefer, sir.
What would you like to do, Chief?
I don't care.
Onyx, do you follow NXT?
Not much.
All right, let's do the WWE report. Ring the bell.
There's a reason for that.
Why is it too good?
I should have asked Brett.
I'm too good.
There you go. I like it.
To NXT?
Did you say you're
Sir?
too good for NXT?
Did you say you're too good for NXT?
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to call my friend up and
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Okay,
I'm
reports
here
are
for
saying,
another day.
Reports are saying WWE is 100% attempting to make SummerSlam this year's WrestleMania, with all sources being tapped into. So listen, SummerSlam, Allegiant Stadium, tickets should be coming on sale in the next day or so officially. There are some sites that have like literally a handful of tickets in just very small segmented sections, but the full range of tickets have not been announced yet, so they're going to be coming out in I believe Monday, I think.
There's a pre-sale Monday
Yeah,
for
pre-sale.
season ticket holders.
Well, that's good. Hopefully we'll get in on that. Thoughts Count Anywhere is expected, hopefully, to be there in the building somewhere. We could just be playing ushers. Who the hell knows? But we want to be there. This is the first major, obviously, in-person show. Obviously, they're hitting the road in July, which I think is timing to build everything up, of course. But be that as it may, SummerSlam, pulling out all the stops. I think that's why we'll see Cena come back. And I think maybe even I wouldn't be surprised if The Rock makes just a quick facial appearance somehow for that to add fuel to the fire, gentlemen. Your thoughts?
I hope so. They said, like, I was reading I was trying to figure out how much tickets are because it's holding up a lot of my life right now. I was trying to figure out how much tickets are so I can get floor seats to this thing. But I guess there's travel packages, and they said there's like season or Legend superstars and NXT stars going to be at like some
VIP thing? Wow.
So hopefully a lot of good people show up.
Yeah. And then, of course, I know you'll be there with your tape recorder trying to get some sound bites for Thoughts Count Anywhere pictures.
Duh.
Right? So Ben says he's heard that SummerSlam tickets may start at $150. He's praying that Nosebleed will have $50 options.
They start at $25.
Nosebleed? Okay, there you go.
I don't know how much floor seats are. That's what I really, really, really want to know.
Listen, the only option, if the only option is Nosebleed, I'm going to stay home and watch my big screen television. But if it's decent within, we'll see. There's a bunch of us going. Thoughts Count Anywhere. Hopefully we'll have a presence. And all those going, on behalf of TCA, we ask that you wear a TCA shirt so that people can see and we can promote the show.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Next topic. There you go. Braun Strowman is asking 5 figures for indie appearances. Of course, he can't do squat for 90 days, but 5 figures. What do you think? 10, 20, 30, $50,000? I mean, is he worth that kind of money for indies?
He's going to be the next Ryback.
Wow.
Ryback always asks for so much money. You don't see this idiot on the indies, so.
Yeah, but I don't know if you, from a acceptability standpoint, I think people obviously like Strowman a hell of a lot more than like Ryback. That he may draw, but I don't know if 5 figures, depending upon where in the 5 figures he is. Chief?
I seen him come out yesterday with a statement saying, if you want to know how much I'm charging, contact my agent. So there's no proof that he's charging 5 figures.
Well, it was just a rumor. That's
exactly.
Yeah, so.
I sent that agent an email about coming on here, so if I get a 5-figure thing, this dude's getting put on blast.
Then
Hell
you'll
yeah.
know.
Exactly.
I will blast him.
Ultimately, in 90 days, where do you think the let's go to the manager.
You know, having worked my entire career in the Indies, I don't see a lot of promoters paying that much. You know, it's tricky because you got to ask yourself, am I going to bring in enough of an audience to rake in that money to be able to pay him?
Brock Lesnar. Look, he's made an early appearance.
Hey, there he is.
That. There's the Brockster.
Not my clients. Wouldn't mind, though.
I think Paul Heyman may have something to say about that.
Yeah.
So, where do you think AEW?
Who?
Strowman. Well, and I say that now only because you have Mark Henry there. You now have Paul White there. Big guys can work with him and hone his skills. They don't have big men. But I think Adam Page is probably the biggest guy. Hangman is probably the biggest guy that they have there, right?
Well, they got Go-Go.
Lance Archer.
They got Go-Go, Lance Archer.
But I'm talking about the size of Strowman. Cage, maybe. Right, Cage?
Lance Archer is like 6'10".
Is he really?
Big dude.
Yeah, he's a tall guy.
All right. We're tall, but what
I
about...
just want to see Braun Strowman versus Marco Stunt.
Oh, there you go.
What I heard this morning though on driving in was Big Show was telling, or Paul White was telling Mark Henry that they're going to tag.
I saw that.
Okay,
I
and
listened to that.
then Henry can just stay on the side of the ring, and Paul White
Come
will
in for
do
the
all
pin.
the work. Yeah,
He'll tag him in for the pin.
So,
interesting.
we'll see what happens.
All right, next topic. That was good. Good timing, nice and strong. Bella Twins are getting ready for a comeback. Who cares? Next topic.
Thank you.
Billy Corgan said in an interview that NWA was offered to WWE, but they decided to not take the offer.
Wonder why Corrigan's trying to sell it.
You would figure WWE would take it solely for the tape library.
Just like they did with WCW, right?
You know?
NWA has a lot of prestige to it. So,
yeah.
but why would Corgan be trying to? Again, here's one that comes out of the blue because of last week everybody's been talking about WWE maybe going up for sale with what Nick Khan is doing and cutting and this, and all of a sudden NWA is all of a sudden being rumored to have been offered to WWE.
Unless Corrigan's, just done with playing with a toy and now he's ready to sell it.
I don't know. I think he's pretty serious about it. They just, from what I read, Mickey James now is part of their creative team to help the women's. They have some women's events coming up, which is no surprise. All right, we have a phone call coming in. I see the white light blinking behind our telephone. Caller, thank you for calling. Who's this, please?
This is Duke Lawrence speaking. How are y'all doing today?
Duke is in the house. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I want to be. Is this? You're not going to shoot on Chief, are you? After last week?
No. All love for Chief, though. All love.
All right. What's up, bud?
Hey, I just wanted to call in and say hey to everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day, wonderful show. And yeah, man, I'm rolling to Utah right now with Principe Leon. So we just wanted to reach out to y'all and say hey, and yeah, hope everything's going well, man.
Principe is he? Who's driving? You or him?
Currently, he's driving right now.
All right.
Oh, nice.
You guys going
Hey,
up
how
to?
you guys doing?
You going up to a lucha show, guys?
No, we're heading out to Utah to Dive Wrestling.
Oh, up to dive. I saw your promo on that.
Yeah,
Very good.
He said hey to y'all.
Love you guys.
Yep, we love you, Principe. We love you, Duke. Thank you for calling. Hey, drive safely. Good luck there, okay?
Have a safe trip and a good show.
Hey, thank y'all, man. Hope to be on next time.
All right, you got it, brother.
All right.
All right, there you go. Principe Leon. We got a 2-for-1 deal on that call, huh? Principe and Duke calling in. We appreciate that.
You see that, man? Me hitting Duke last week.
I did.
Straightened him up.
I saw that. He
Flies right.
I get to
surprised
see
him.
the meme already. As soon as he connects, be like, this is the moment Chief realized he fucked up.
No, I'll tell you what was fun.
Man, Duke kicked me in the shoulder.
I say funny jokingly because when he went out there with the kendo stick and Duke was on the apron, Duke didn't see him coming because it was we had a little bit of a what do they call it, schmaz, schmooze, whatever it was. And Chief comes up, whams him right in the back of the leg, and Duke turns around like, what the f-?
But you didn't see Duke.
And then he jumped off the apron. No, but he
kicked me in the shoulder.
He did. He reached out his leg and he caught it. But then he jumped down off the apron, holding the back of his leg like, what the frick just happened?
Then I chased.
You did. You chased everybody else
Las
around
Vegas
the ring.
scum around the ring, man. I hit one of them.
You did. You absolutely did.
Nice.
That was all.
Anyway, Duke says he doesn't like you for that, though. He still loves you, but doesn't like you for the kendo stick. All right.
I love you, brother.
Next topic. People in WWE saying Bray Wyatt is purposely being held off of WWE TV. Is it a good idea? And if so, why? For what? What can they do with this character now, Mr. Manager?
That's been my question, too. I mean, he made that comeback for WrestleMania and then disappeared again. So I'm as stumped as you guys are on this one. I don't see why they would take him off. He should have just come back.
I think The Fiend is dead as we knew it thus far. I don't think there's anything they can really do at this point with The Fiend.
We talked about Cena being a draw and putting people in seats. Bray Wyatt, I would say now, is probably one of the biggest draws WWE has. Has.
Has.
H-A-S.
I think
I
he's
didn't
done.
stutter.
No, I know you didn't.
Okay.
But I think had.
So why are you interrupting me?
Because you interrupted me.
Okay, I'm done.
But
How the hell
make a
did
good
we
point,
trade freaking
done.
Lily for Bray Wyatt?
I'm
What
done.
did we do so wrong? That
Fucking
creative is like
Chief, it ain't
punishing
easy,
us.
buddy. Get with the program.
I am with the program.
Don't interrupt me.
I feel
had
a
the
rant
stage.
coming on.
I had the stage. I got a rant now.
Go for it.
You just gave me the rant.
Run the rant.
No, it ain't time.
No, run the rant. It's 9:30. It's about to go. Guess we've updated the rant. See the commercials updated. Now try to rant.
Good luck with that.
Good morning, everyone. It's the Chief, and I only have 2 minutes and 55 seconds left because some jabroni made me laugh. Anyhow, what is the difference between a guy that's been away for 2 years and a guy that's been on a show and hasn't been seen in 6 months? I don't know. But you know what? There's a difference between has and had. And I agree. Both Mr. Cena and Mr. Wyatt can put people in the seats. Better than we can. But hopefully we're going to get there. Now he's writing notes down because I got him confused. That's a great thing. Anyway, I wished I saw the ref's whistle because I'd blow it right now from the previous show. But anyway.
That's what she said.
Anyway, see? I get no respect. Anyway, here's what I really want to talk about. Go to www.thoughtscountanywhere.com.
Shop tab.
.com.
That's it. And buy merch. The Chief's wearing his elegant shirt. Mr. Matt's got our Thoughts Count Anywhere shirt on. The jabroni over here, he's got the Voice shirt on, so I don't know what the hell he's doing today.
Acknowledge me.
He's all confused.
I don't have a shirt yet.
$20
That's
now on the
right.
website.
Nice.
That's right. And I just gave it.
And professionalwrestlingtees.com.
Anyway,
Wrestling tees.
Anyway, everybody, and this is all honesty now, we're opening up. We're having a good time. Do you want me to stretch it a little?
No, you're good.
That's
Okay.
what she said.
I don't have a problem with that.
It's just opening up for those.
Like some people. Double join it. Anyway, it's restarting. Okay. But seriously, help us out. Go to the website, buy some merch. And anybody gets in my way, I'm going to hit you with the damn kendo stick so you're all on warning. And I will have a kendo stick here in studio next week. You can best believe that. That's the Chiefs rant today, over and out.
Next week's show, hosted by the Chief. That's it. Why is Chief the only one in studio? I don't know. Kendo stick, maybe? I don't know.
From the sound of it, he's going to have some heavy backup in August, so everybody better stay the hell away from him.
All right, we're at the bottom of the hour. I don't know what that means. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. I have no idea. I've lost total control again for a second week in a row.
I ran over, sorry.
No, you're fine. All right, let's keep going. Next topic. Triple H said in response to NWA's all-women's pay-per-view, if you want to wrestle the best women in the world, you have to come to WWE. Taking shots, just being positive. Where do you think on this take on that comment?
I've always said I would love to see the promotions cross-promote and put all the women on the show. Not just WWE or NWA or AEW or Impact or New Japan. Bring them all together and let them wrestle as a conglomerate. That's just my opinion.
I think it's he makes a good point. They do have some of the best women wrestlers in the world, but they don't have all of the best women wrestlers in the world. They're kind of scattered throughout all the major promotions. A good example is Ring of Honor just recently gained a rising star in Texas. Her name's Roxy, and a little name drop there for Roxy. I used to manage her for a brief moment while she was a rookie, and she's actually part of that women's tournament in Ring of Honor. And again, a big name in Texas, and WWE should keep their eye on her.
We have one from out here too, Maserati.
Oh, okay.
She's in the Ring of Honor tournament. In fact, she was just on TV this past week. So, I agree with you.
Plenty of big names out there. They're not all in WWE, but they should be.
And one big name is yet to service anywhere, right? Tessa.
Yeah, where the hell is it? She needs to come freaking somewhere.
Somewhere, at least.
Even then, like Britt Baker, Deonna Purrazzo, Sue Young.
I do want to
There's
comment.
plenty of them.
I do want to comment on Tessa. She's a phenomenal trainer. I've been traveling up to San Antonio in Texas every so often, and I'm sitting in on sessions at her and Daga.
Daga.
I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with them. And their sessions are amazing. They are phenomenal trainers. The knowledge that they have is amazing. And for me as a manager, I'm just kind of sitting in while my wrestlers are part of the session, and just the stuff you pick up from them is amazing. So she needs to be somewhere soon.
They're good people in and out of the ring. They're
Yeah.
wasted talent on the sidelines right now.
All right, let's move into NXT Takeover. 5-way, Karrion Kross, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Pete Dunne, and Johnny Gargano.
Like I put on our Instagram story, it was, do you think Karrion Kross is going to retain? It was either yes or hell yes. And still.
Okay.
Pass.
Well,
I pass. You know why I pass.
Past what?
I know.
Gas.
NXT Women's Champion Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon.
Amber Moon.
Raquel Gonzalez in dominant fashion.
Yeah, I go with Raquel also. I mean, I've seen them both wrestle in Texas. Both amazing wrestlers, but Raquel's got the size advantage.
Yeah, well, Amber knocked her ass out Tuesday night, didn't she? Or Wednesday night, excuse me.
Good point.
I like Ember Moon a lot more, but Raquel Gonzalez needs to be established as like a big star, and they can just keep referring to her as like the next Rhea Ripley. She just needs to dominate everybody and be the first Raquel Gonzalez.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Winner take all for the North American and Tag Team Championship. Bronson Reed and MSK versus Legado del Fantasma.
Bronson Reed and MSK are retaining.
I agree.
Agree.
Okay. $1 Million Championship ladder match. Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight. Last week's show, Ted DiBiase and the belt, from what I heard, got the biggest pop out of the whole thing last week.
Yeah?
For the NXT show.
He brought the belt out.
He did.
The $1 million belt.
I wonder if it's the original or a replica. I mean, like another one of the original one. I can't imagine he actually would have brought out the original
No, I
one.
don't think so.
I don't know. Probably.
And probably now it's got cubic zirconium in it.
No, because the economy and whatnot.
Exactly. Exactly. Keep the real ones. Thoughts on that one? Brandy says no belts are changing hands, but this is a ladder match for the $1 million belt. So what do you think?
You know, both of these guys got good mic skills. And I got to go with LA Knight. I got to.
Okay.
LA Knight.
Yeah, I'm
Onyx?
gonna agree on that one.
Okay. Mercedes Martinez versus, how does she pronounce her name?
Zia Lee.
Xia Li.
That's what I said. Xia Li.
You know, I'm going with Mercedes. It's time for her push. 16 years in the business. It's time she gets the damn push.
Well, if Tamina gets one, why not?
Xia Li.
Both phenomenal wrestlers, but I'm gonna have to go with Mercedes.
I'll go with Mercedes just because I like Mercedes. I don't know.
Didn't she wrestle out here, Mercedes?
She's been wrestling long enough. I'm sure she has at some point.
I think she did. I think she appeared out here at some of the shows.
I'll trust you on that. All right, let's go to the next topic. AEW Impact Indie Report. Brodie Lee Jr. This is crazy. Brodie Lee Jr. has been kept off TV, not because of creative, not because he's too young. His contract officially kicks in at, age 18 or whatever, because of bad grades. Really? Like what? Did it say in the report what he got bad grades in?
No, it just said, like, she took his figures away from him, and
was grounded.
Tony Khan said he wasn't allowed on TV. I was like, what extra motivation do you need to be good in school than to be like, hey, you have your own theme music. You can be on national television.
Exactly.
Be like, I still ain't doing my homework.
It's crazy. Bad grades. All right, I thought I heard it all, but no, Thomas, I know the $1 million belt's a real belt. My question is it the original one that DiBiase used back in the day, or did they create a new replica belt of the original one to use in NXT? Anyway, next.
And the comment prior to the belt, I disagree with you on that, Thomas.
Oh, wow. Didn't see that. Burnett says Kevin's going to lose the championship, move up to Raw.
Disagree.
I don't know.
I want him to move up
take it
before
from the chief.
SummerSlam.
Oh, Thomas was responding to Brandy.
Oh, my apologies.
I don't
then.
want to say. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Who would we want to see move up at some point? I said none. Not right now.
Okay. My opinion, Adam Cole and the guy Kevin just beat,
Finn Balor.
Those two, in my mind, except Thatcher and his
Tommaso.
tag team partner, they're the ones I say should go up right now. Okay, they've been there. They have the experience. Not that Karrion doesn't have. The hell with I ain't saying. Not that Kevin that doesn't have the experience, because he does, but I don't think it's the right time for him to go up yet.
Garth finally made it into the chat room. Good morning, Garth. I just right now with where Raw is with creative. Now, in my opinion, I wouldn't bring anybody up right now. That's just my opinion. So, anyway. All right, next topic. Go ahead.
I would have loved to seen if Shotzi didn't get hurt. I would have loved to seen Ember and Shotzi go up as a tag team.
Yeah, that would make sense
for women.
Absolutely, because they were together at the start down there.
Yes.
Leo Rush announces retirement from wrestling after appearing on the AEW card. Hurt his shoulder, I believe, and he just called it quits because he couldn't raise his arm to pick up his kids.
Yeah.
Which I think, family first, I have no problem with this.
No. We got to meet him, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Class act. I'm glad I met him. I'm glad that I was able to get a photograph with him. If he does have his shoulder operated on, which I'm assuming he's gone to, and he can get back in the ring sometime down the road, I wish him all the best, because he is a fine young gentleman and a class act, folks. Best of luck to you, Leo.
Mr. Producer, can you bring up the laptop, please? All right, before we go to our last break, we have a new bracket up on the screen. We're starting a new bracketology. Best finisher of all time is now available on thoughtscountanywhere.com. On the homepage, you'll see it come up on the scrolling bar. Just simply click it, and there's your matchups coming up. All you need to do is click on whoever you select, click vote, and we will continue to monitor this bracket as the weeks progress. So who in your mind, or what is the best finisher, best finishing move of all time? ThoughtsCountAnywhere.com. Go out to the website, cast your vote. Also, while you're out there, I touched on this earlier in the show. When you're done casting your vote, simply go to the shop tab across the top. You'll then be taken right to our swag shop. There you go. All the shirts right now that are, I should say all of the logos that are available on merchandise, whether it's T-shirts, not hats, masks or onesies or whatever. This is everything you'd want in a shirt. Cheap and ain't easy, as you see, both black, white, and other colors. Here's one of the first of two shirts that we're asking people to get involved with 50% of net proceeds being donated to the Nevada Coalition of Suicide Prevention in honor of Garth's grandfather. So you have two options there. If you want to be a guest bell ringer, you don't have to be a manager of champions to do it. You have a shirt right here, and there's more details to follow where we'll make that available to a lot of people on different levels. But if you wear the shirt, you buy a shirt, and you show us the shirt in an Instagram or picture post, that might just get you onto the show. Chiefs Ranch shirts is there. Thoughts Count Anywhere. It's good shit. I just ordered this in a tank top. I absolutely love it.
Which one?
The Thoughts Count Anywhere. It's good shit.
Yeah.
I just bought that in a tank top. Can't wait to wear it in Havasu.
There you go.
My Acknowledge Me shirt, which, by the way, the guys put up there without me knowing, and I appreciate that. Acknowledge Me as a Hall of Famer. And, of course, the classic Thoughts Count Anywhere. New logo, established, and, of course, our original logo with the ringside. All available for purchase under whatever logo you like, whether it's a T-shirt, hat, or no hats. I want to keep saying hats, koozies, or whatever. You've got about a dozen different options there and color options. And if you don't find your shirt here, you can go to ProWrestlingTees.com, because guess what? Thoughts Count Anywhere is now available with some of our shirts on Pro Tees, and whatever specials they have going on, I guess, qualify for our shirts as well. So now, we know as far as the bracket is concerned, there's probably some finishers we did not include. We can't include them all, but it's a pretty hefty bracket, so go out there and have some fun. All right, with that, We are going to step aside for our final break, featuring Firehouse Subs and the rest of our crew. Before we come back, wrap up with some pop culture, birthdays, and whatever else anybody else wants to talk about. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be right back.
If you order Firehouse Subs online or with our app, we'll have those delicious, melty subs boxed, bagged, and ready to pick up with rapid rescue to go. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit-ya-hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
All right. Welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming around the clubhouse turn. Before we move on to Chief has a old-time wrestler name, which we'll bring up. Hold on to that. I want to give Onyx an opportunity. You got some stuff going on, Mr. Manager. What you got?
We got a show tomorrow in Laredo, Texas. It's the company's called Lucha Maniacs, and I'm going to be possibly making an appearance there. You see, the person I'm managing right now, his name is George Wolf, and up-and-coming star in Texas. And thing is, he kind of got attacked by this guy, and we're hoping to kind of get some revenge here. So tomorrow's the day.
Oh, there you go. And what time is the card? Tickets? Where's it at?
The event, the tickets can be found if you look up Lucha Maniacs on Facebook. You can buy them through there. And the event will be in Laredo, Texas. It is at, I believe the facility is called Blackout. It's like a gym.
Very good.
Is this George Wolf any relation to Buddy Wolf?
Inspired by.
Inspired,
but no
okay.
relation.
I don't think it's going to be much of a surprise attack if he just announced it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Well, I think he said he might.
Yeah.
I think I heard the word might.
Here's the thing. I'm hoping the other guy's not watching this. So.
Well, why not? You know, millions of people
Everybody
watch this around
watches.
the world, for crying out loud.
Except for him.
That's because he went down to his house and disconnected his internet.
I'll tag him.
I got to do it somehow.
What's the other guy's name?
What's his name?
George Wolf.
George Wolf.
And who's he wrestling?
He's not wrestling at the show. We're just there to kind of observe
Support.
and
Yeah,
scout.
support.
Exactly.
You're there to support others.
Okay.
All right, you have a classic wrestler name you want to share, Chief, before we go into birthdays.
Argentina Apollo.
Huh? I swear you're just making up words sometimes.
Argentina Apollo. I'll give you one more. A gentleman by the name of Ricky Starr.
I think I've heard that one. If he comes up with like the last question on that gauntlet, no one's ever going to win. Ever.
No one's going to Cancun. My gosh.
Onyx, have you heard of either one of them?
The names ring a bell, but I can't think of them off the top of my head right now.
And believe it or not, Ricky Starr was a ballet dancer.
Oh, wow.
But look it up.
I don't know if you have the chat room up on the show, Mr. Onyx, but Sean Hyde says, I wouldn't pay Onyx to manage me. Jesus, he just blasted the game plan out to everybody.
Oh, please. I'm always full of surprises. That's
Sean,
just part of the plan.
Sean, we're smarter than the average jabroni, buddy. You know that.
Yeah, and you know, if I guess I will call him out now. If Alexander Crowley is watching this, that's who we're out to get.
Tag his ass, Alexander Crowley.
Alexander Crowley.
Right now.
He's working
We got
on
it.
right now.
Yes.
Well,
we
while
got
you're
it.
doing that, what do you say we switch to some birthdays?
Happy birthday
Before we forget,
to you.
if you're
Happy
celebrating a birthday
to you.
today through next Saturday, we want to wish you a happy birthday to all of you out there. From all of us here at Thoughts Count Anywhere, and you are celebrating a birthday with these wonderful people within the wrestling organization. Mr. Mark Henry today is celebrating 50 years on this earth. They were doing a special for him on Busted Open today. And Jerry Lynn, June 13th. Jacques Rougeau, who, by the way, in the last Dark Side of the Ring with Dynamite Kid, did you guys watch it?
Not yet.
Oh, my God.
I haven't
Jacques
watched that
Rougeau-
one yet.
Jacques Rougeau, man, he was interesting to hear the stories from his perspective.
You know,
it's a must-watch.
Go ahead.
Virgil, the man, the valet of all time, speaking of $1 Million Man, and
Oh, God.
Headbanger Thrasher. June 14th, Buzz Sawyer, Peter Avalon. June 15th, Scott Norton, Brad Armstrong,
All
Chuck.
right, all right.
Huh? What? Oh, what?
Someone ate his grape nuts this morning.
Oh, that's right. We didn't do our what's Aaron eating, what's Aaron cereal
Freaking
today.
shredded wheat.
Okay, Chuck Palumbo, Cesar Bononi, and Bailey Ding Dong Hello. June 16th, The Ultimate Warrior, The Sandman. Is that Razor? Rezar?
Rezar.
Speaking of which, you see AOP? They're out of wrestling. The guys who first came up from NXT and were the side muscle for Seth.
Yep.
They decided to retire. And Jungle Boy. June 17th, Minoru Suzuki. June 18th, Bruiser Brody and Big Vito. And again, if we did not have your name, we want to wish you a happy birthday from all of us here as you celebrate during what's going to be a very hot week here in Las Vegas. And in all seriousness, guys, we're talking 112. We're talking high teens. 117 high. That's high teens, isn't it? 117. Either way, stay hydrated, stay safe, watch your pets. If you have a neighbor who maybe is a little older and you haven't seen him in a day, go knock on their door, take some water, whatever. Well, who are you pointing at? Why are you pointing at Aaron? Why are you pointing at Aaron?
Hey,
over there?
they're
Do a wellness check.
you jabroni,
Anybody lives on?
and I hope you can hear me. Where the hell's your cereal today? You didn't eat none, did you? Huh?
No, he didn't. Well, wait a minute.
And
Tell-
then he
wait-
says to me, I'm on a diet, so I can't have donuts. Well, where the hell's your cereal? You're supposed to eat healthy.
How much have you lost
Jabroni.
so far? 15 pounds? And over what period of time? 2 weeks, 15 pounds. That's great.
Isn't that too much?
No, not if you're doing it right.
2 weeks?
Nope.
I thought it was two
Well,
and a half
remember-
pounds a week.
Remember, men will generally lose weight faster, and a lot of it is water weight initially. But if you're watching what you're eating, if your nutrition is proper, and you're doing a little exercise, 14 pounds or 15 pounds in 2 weeks is a good number.
There's some pop culture for you folks.
There you go. Take it from a guy who's shed 130 pounds.
Anyway, what I was going to say to you, I have a book that I purchased from two gentlemen up in Canada, Dan Libitar, and I cannot remember the other publisher, but it talks about all Canadian wrestling, and there's a great spot in there about the Rougeau brothers.
Uh-huh.
I need to bring it in so you can read it.
Okay, great. But yeah, definitely check out Dark Side of the Ring this past week. Shade, your invite is always open. I see you. Hello. You got to give me time here, dude. Hopefully on the 26th, which, by the way, we're going to jump the shark a little bit here. Big Valley Wrestling is doing a fundraiser card over at the LGBTQ Community Center on Maryland. And the main event, Shade and JV Dow is the main event, and Thoughts Count Anywhere is the sponsor for the main event. And I'm hoping if Shade has done what I asked him to, hopefully the morning of the 26th, we will have Shade and Jay in studio the morning of their big match.
Can I ask the question?
Sure.
Shade, how is your shoulder? I'm sorry I did not call you, but I want to know the status of your shoulder before we go off the air, please.
All right. So he's in there. He's Shade has confirmed he will be here, and he's punching Jay in the face. So we have to make sure we have extra bandages and 911. We'll have to have an ambulance outside just to be safe. So
Did you see what Sean's comment was?
Which one?
Chief used to listen to these guys on the radio.
Well, did you also see Sean also puts, if Virgil doesn't show up to bodyguard Cameron Grimes after he wins $1 million bet, he's retiring from being a wrestling fan.
There you go.
So, all right. Jay Vidal's going to rip the romper off of the Shade according to... Oh, Shade says his shoulder is sitting at about 90 to 95%.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
My apologies I didn't call you.
Aleister Black is heavily believed to be going to AEW if WWE doesn't try to re-sign him. Look, Black and Samoa Joe's names have come up prominently that behind-the-scenes people are really pushing to have these two guys come back.
What's Aleister's real name? It's not...
Well, Tommy
something.
End is what he's using on Instagram, I think.
So, and that's... I just read
Mr.
something.
Zelina Vega.
Yeah, exactly.
Onyx, do you know,
Ouch.
sir?
Do I know his name? No.
Okay.
I'll look it up real quick.
What I read was that if he signs with AEW, he is going to use his real name to wrestle.
Well, Paul White moved over as Paul White. The Big Show now cannot use the Big Show, as he kept reminding Tommy Dreamer and Busted Open this morning. And I loved his T-shirt when he first appeared at AEW. No more BS.
Well, yes. And,
Which I thought was
and
great.
the other comment was that I liked was that Paul White and Mark Henry can do commentary together.
That would be great. That would be great. I love their perspectives.
And we were
what's
just
going
talking about that a couple weeks ago.
We certainly were.
About commentators and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Alistair Black's real name is Tom Budgeon.
That's what he's going to
Tom
go.
Budgeon.
That's what he's going to go by.
He would have to
Sure.
change his character, though.
And his
That-
wife's name's Thea Trinidad, so
Yeah.
he's Mr. Thea Trinidad.
Mr. Thea Trinidad. Exactly. All right.
Is she the one that does the dance?
We have a
Like,
couple.
what's her name? I've
I've
been practicing that. Since
No, Chief, don't, please don't.
Why?
I don't want to see that again.
I was-
I'm gonna put a
I want
sharp.
to see it twice.
I have to put a sharp object in my eye to get rid of that vision. Okay, we have a couple of minutes left, so let's move into some pop culture. Las Vegas Knights win against Cavs, against the Colorado Avs. That's the folks I want. Game, they took it in 6. Great series. Next series against Montreal.
Monday.
Starts Monday. The old, in terms of Montreal, one of the original hockey teams, great lore, great heritage against one of the newer kids on the block. 4 years for the Knights. Should be an interesting series.
And I think it's Tampa Bay and the
Islanders.
Islanders. And I hope it ends up the Islanders
Yeah.
and Vegas.
That would be great. I'd love to
God,
see
yeah.
it.
I
Love
would
to see that.
Yes.
Who's got a card show to talk about? I see it on the run sheet. What card show are we talking about?
Power Play Sports Cards is running a card show at Sunset Station today and tomorrow. Today they have Cephafot 2 from 12 to 2, and then
Ray
Sunday
Mercer.
is Ray Mercer from 12 to 2.
Right on.
Former Olympian boxer.
Absolutely. So that's down at Sunset Station. And who wants to talk about the NBA playoffs?
I don't know anything about it.
Now that the Lakers are gone, it's pretty much the Nets championship to lose at this point.
Yeah, on the show previous to this.
Somebody said the Brooklyn Nets, and I looked at him like, "Are you serious? What a jabroni!"
Why? Who do you think's?
Who do I think?
Who do you think?
I think it's going to be a surprise. The Phoenix Suns.
The firepower the Nets is. What's that? I said the Suns have the best chance. They're the best chance, but I think the Nets have too much firepower. You a basketball fan?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, I'm a bit torn between Suns and Nets.
See?
Well, they could be in the finals, but I think the Nets will take it. But
I hate all the Laker haters, like all the people that like hate the Lakers that are like, "Oh my God, LeBron, he has like this super team," and then they're like, "Oh, the Nets are so good." I'm like, "What the hell do you think they did?"
Nets had the big 3. Yeah.
The Lakers are the Lakers. You know, they're a dynasty. Just like the Knicks. The Knicks are a dynasty. They've won championships. The Yankees have won championships. Montreal's won championships.
They ain't going to this.
And
Brandy's optimism says that the Knights, not to get off the basket, but the Knights are going to sweep the Canadians.
No.
They'll take it in like 6, but I hope to be at the game Monday or Wednesday,
No,
but we'll see.
I think it'll go 5. And you know what I read, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they said that Montreal had the worst record out of any of the teams in the playoffs.
When it comes to playoffs, though, teams
For wins.
Yeah, teams though the
odds don't mean nothing.
The odds don't mean anything. All right, we got to start wrapping up. We're at just about the top of the hour. We want to thank everybody for listening and watching in. Let's start with our guest bell ringer, Onyx, the manager of champions. Final thoughts, sir, as we say goodbye.
Final thoughts. Thank you all for having me here. Like I said, this pandemic kind of slowed things down for me, but I'm rebuilding, and you're going to see a lot more of me real soon.
All right. We like it. And if you guys ever need like a crew down there to announce commentary, let us know.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, you're always welcome back, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mr. Matt.
Everybody have a good week. Stay hydrated. Try to stay out of the heat. If you drink water, because...
Drink responsibly.
I'm calling ambulances all freaking weekend.
Really? Oh, yeah. That's... No.
Mr. Chief, final thoughts.
Hey, congrats to Britt Baker, my new favorite wrestler, except Ray Ripley. Everybody be safe. Love y'all. See you next week, and I will have a kendo stick, I guarantee.
DMD.
DMD.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, for everybody here at Thoughts Count Anywhere, we want to thank you so much for watching. Reminder, top of the hour, 12 o'clock, Twin Brothers from Different Mothers, Neil Portnoy and I will welcome Dr. Hans Konzer. He is a new sponsor to Twin Brothers. and he's a doctor of chiropractic. We'll be learning more about him and what he's got going on. And, of course, as always, we'll be back next week with a fresh episode with all that's going on in the world of wrestling right here. Check us out on avo.tv as well. Go Live Vegas. We're all over the place. With that, as I always like to say, be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all we have. Have a great week, everybody. See you next week on TCA.
Eat shredded wheat.